Hey guys, it's Jamie with the Summer Rain channel. Today we're going to be making a do-it-yourself lavender bath bomb. Doesn't that look nice? I really love the way that this turned out. So I was thinking, I was going to whip out my bath bomb mold and I was thinking, wait, some people might not have one. So I wanted to show that you can make something really nice and really cute even if you don't have the molds. So I just made this one right in a cupcake tin. So you don't need any special stuff to make your own bath bombs. And I kind of wanted to show that in this video. And it smells so amazing. It's just jam-packed with a lavender fragrance that is so ridiculously relaxing. I can't even stop smelling it. I did go ahead and pop the recipe for this down in the description box below. And my plant just attacked me. So let's go ahead and make our bath bomb. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and color some sea salt. So this is coarse sea salt. And we're just going to pop a little bit into this container. And then you're going to take your mica powder and pop that in there. And then just mix it up a wee little bit. So then now that you have that mixed up, you're going to want to come in with a little bit of witch hazel. Now we use the witch hazel just to kind of wet the sea salt a little bit so the mica powder stays on it better. And you don't need very much, so you just need it to get a little bit wet so the mica powder will stay better, but not so much that your sea salt is soaked. And then I'm just going to go ahead and grab a wee little bit of wax paper. And then we'll just spread our sea salt out on here so it can dry completely before we make our bath bombs. I've allowed these to dry, for maybe 10 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do is just pop them into a little bowl here. And then we'll set these off to the side for right now. Here's the ingredients that we're going to use in our lavender bath bomb. So we have baking soda and citric acid. Now these two together are what creates the fizziness that's a bath bomb. And then we have coarse sea salt. We have some colored coarse sea salt. Sweet almond oil, which is the oil we're using in this one. You can really swap it out for any oil that you'd like. Polysorbate 80. Now the reason why we need the polysorbate is we need the oil to mix into the water. We don't want it weirdly floating on the top, or we don't want it to be on the bottom when you drain the tub. So this allows the oil to mix into your bath water. Lavender buds, our fragrance oil, and then some witch hazel just in a little spray container. So I went ahead and grabbed a mixing bowl, and I'm just going to start adding the ingredients in here. So I'm going to add in the baking soda, citric acid, coarse sea salt, sweet almond oil, polysorbate 80, and then our fragrance oil. And then we're just going to go ahead and mix this up. Honestly, it's easier just to mix it with your hands. And then I'm just going to go ahead and lay down some parchment paper. In this step, I don't really measure, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lavender and then the sea salt that we colored, and I'm just going to pop a bit in there, and then I just put as much as I think it needs until it looks nice. And I think that looks pretty nice. So one thing to keep in mind, when you're using the colored sea salt that we just made, if you spray and mix this too much, it's going to turn more of a purple, because the mica powder is going to come off the sea salt just a little bit. So I try not to mix it very much, but I think it looks good though too. If you mix it and it turns out being purple, it's just kind of what you're going for with your bath bomb. And then just to make this really simple so you can make it at home, I'm just using like a Dollar Tree muffin pan. And I'll set that there. So what we want to do now is we're going to spray this with witch hazel. And you want to be very, very, very careful at this point that you don't overspray. So better to do like one spray, mix it all up and check it, than to do a few and then it winds up being too wet. I find when it's too wet, it's going to like foam out of the container and start activating on you, which isn't what you want. You just want this to be held together. So I'm going to do 2 sprays and then I'm going to give it a good mix and see where it's at. And when I'm mixing it, I like take the mixture and I kind of rub the sides. Okay, so we're going to squeeze this into a ball like that. It still seems kind of crumbly, but let me check. So I'm going to give it one more spray. And then I'm going to check it again. So if we squeeze it into a ball and we drop it, see how it stays in a solid form but it still breaks apart? That's when you know it's ready. Now there's a lot of salt and lavender in here, so you almost have to like really give it a good squeeze to check it. And then I'm just going to pop all of this. I'm trying to get you at an angle you can see. Pop it all into here. And then you're really going to pack it in there. Let me just clean this up. Okay, so now what I like to do is actually grab my parchment paper and flip it into there. So it's going to release really easy. And there is your lavender bath bomb. We're going to allow this to cool completely before we do anything with it.